All right. So then on May 20th, we end up purchasing 400 mugs at $2.80 each. Freight cost us $80. Okay. And we bought it on an account. Okay. From Cuppies Co. with terms 5% 15 net 30. So in this case, we made another purchase of inventory on the 20th of May. So how am I going to journalize this?
Purchase expense.
Purchase expense. Okay, good. What else?
Freight. And I didn't pay account payable.
Yes, good. And now it's May 20th. Okay, so purchase expense. Okay, so we purchased 400 mugs at $2.80. Okay. So what's my total purchase expense?
1,120.
1,120. Freight was $80. Excuse me. So what is my total amount that I owe?
1,200.
1,200 even. All right, so we purchased from Cuppies Co. We purchased 400 mugs, okay, at $2.80 each. Okay, 5% 15 net 30 is our terms. Okay, so we purchased inventory. So therefore, we must update our inventory. So we purchased on the 20th of May. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bigger. We purchased a total of 400 units at $2.80 each with a freight of 80. So what is my total purchase price?
1,120.
Plus 80 gives us a total of 1,200. So then, therefore, what is going to be my cost per item?
$3.
Excuse me, $3 even. Perfect. Good. So let's see what else. Seems like we are okay with that batch of inventory here, right? I don't see any returns or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and excuse me, complete my goods available by copying this information over. So 400 at a total of 1,200, which gives me a cost per item of $3. Okay. So then let's see what happened. We end up selling 30 mugs for $9.99 for cash that same day. Okay. So how am I going to journalize this? How are we going to journalize that we sold 30 mugs for $9.99 for cash?
Cash.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and do a cash.
Mm-hmm. Sales.
Good.
Sales taxes.
Good. So 520, right? We sold 30 mugs. Okay. So therefore, what's my total sales going to be?
$299.70.
$299.70. How much tax am I going to be charging?
Uh, 24.73.
$24.73. Okay, so therefore, how much cash am I going to be receiving?
$324.43.
$324.43. Good. Once again, this is a sales, which has nothing to do with inventory. Okay? Or at least for periodic inventory. So then on the 22nd of May, customer B decides to pay in full with cash. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at when we sold to customer B. We sold it to customer B on the 12th of May, and we gave customer B 10 days in order to meet the discount date. It is the 22nd of May. So in this case, did he make the discount?
Yes.
Yes, he did. So therefore, we need to calculate a discount. So let's take a look at the list of items that we have here. Do we have a sales discount?
Yes. 405.
405, okay? Now let's read the scenario one more time, because on May 22nd, customer B paid in full with cash. Okay? So, what should my journals should have?
Cash and accounts receivable.
Cash, accounts receivable, but he also met the discount period. Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and review what happened to customer B. Because let's see. Customer B on May 12th, we sold to customer B 60 mugs at $9.99 each. Okay? However, he 3 days later came back and returned 30 of those mugs for a full refund. So in this case, how many mugs did customer B actually buy from us?
30.
30. So in this case, he met the discount. So he's going to get 10%. Okay, 10% off of the 30 mugs that we sold to Mr. Customer B. So in this case, right, we have a sales discount because he is paying within terms. Okay? So sales discount was 405. Now let's talk about this, okay? Let's see how much does customer B owe us. Okay? So in this case, let's see. On May 12th, okay, Customer A owed us a total of $648.85, but then turned around and returned half of those items, got his tax back, and so decreased his amount by $324.43. So if you did this on the side, right, 648.85, okay, so 648.85, and you subtract out 324.43, he owes us $324.42. Okay, now I'm going to move this down because actually we have another part. If they're going to be receiving a discount, we also have to give them a portion of their money back for sales tax, because in this case, right, we charged him sales tax already.
We have the amount because he returned 30. So we have a 299.17. In the 15, he returned 30.
Yes. But because he's going to get our discount, right? We're going to discount even more. We already charged him the tax. So in this case, we still need to refund the sales tax as well, because we already charged him for the full amount already. But because he's going to get another discount, therefore, we have to give them a portion of the money back. So in this case, right now, he owes me $324.42, right? Because the original amount was $648.85, I think. So now that we refunded $324.43, therefore, leftover remaining that he still owes us is $324.42. Now, we also recognized that we basically sold him 30 mugs at $9.99. So therefore, that total is $299.70. Now, in this case, how much would the discount be if it's going to be 10%?
$29.97.
$29.97. Okay, and if that is the amount that we're going to be discounting, therefore, how much tax am I going to have to give back? Because I already originally charged him for the full amount and is getting a discounted amount or paying for discounted items. Therefore, I have to give back a portion of the money back. So in this case, how much tax am I going to be giving back?
$22.25.
22, do that again, equal round. 29.97 times 0.0825, comma 2. I got $2.47.
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore, in grand total, how much is customer B going to actually pay me? He's going to pay me less because he made the discount period. So in this case, how much money is customer B supposed to pay me?
$291.98.
$291.98. Good. All right. So in this case, right, we charged him for the sales and we charged him for the sales tax. Okay. Because that was the total amount that person owes us. Now that the person paid us and met that discount period, we're basically going to charge them for the discounted amount versus the full amount. And because we charge them for the full tax, we have to give them a portion of that money back, which is the $2.47. Okay? So in this case, right, therefore we should be receiving money for the amount that he owed us was $324.42 because of the discount um, and the return on tax. Therefore, we should get a grand total of the $291.98, right? And right here, customer B paid in full and received 10% discount. Right? All right, excellent. So we're on the 22nd, right? Here, we also sold an additional 15 mugs in the store, all right? 15 mugs at $9.99 each for cash. So how do I journalize this one right here for the 22nd of May that we sold 15 mugs for cash?
Cash and sales tax.
Cash, what else?
Sales and the sales tax.
Good. Cash and sales tax, right? Because here on the 22nd of May, we sold 15 mugs. Okay. Right? So in this case, how much was my total sales if I sold 15 mugs?
149.85.
Okay. 149.85. How much tax am I going to be charging?
$12.36.
$12.36. So in grand total, how much cash should I be receiving?
$162.21.
162.21. Good. Okay. New page journal here. And oops. Let's take a look at what happened here. So then on May 25th, okay, you have a sale for Memorial Day. All mugs are 30% off discount. All right. So therefore, at the end of the day, you sold a total of 175 mugs for cash. Okay. So I have a in-store wide sale for Memorial Day. All mugs are 30% discount. How am I going to journalize this one this time?
Do we do the same thing but add a sales discount?
Not technically not the same thing. Okay. We're not going to refund sales tax because we didn't charge them for the full amount yet. So in this case, how should I journalize this one? We definitely have sales discount, like you've mentioned.
First, we have a cash.
First, we have cash, right? Because it was cash sales. Okay. Okay.
We have a sales.
We have a
And sales
sales
tax.
and sales tax. In this case, right?
Mhm.
We need to charge tax after, right? Because this is an in-store sales, right? In this case, it differs because in the previous one, right, we placed that on an account. We already charged the sales tax in the very beginning. And when they received a discount, because we already charged them full tax already, we have to give them back the tax. In this context right here, right, this is in-store sales. So we would apply the discount first and then charge the sales tax afterwards. So good. All right, so this was supposed to be sales, sorry. So sales and sales tax payable. Okay, so sales is 401, sales tax payable is 230. All right, so let's start with the very first thing here. What was my original sales? How many cups did I sell?
175.
175. And what was the original selling price? How much have I been charging my customers?
$9.99.
$9.99. So therefore, how much is my total sales with a regular original price?
$1,748.25.
Good. Okay. Now from here, how much is my discount? How much am I going to take off as my discount?
30%.
30%. Okay, so I'm going to take my total sales, multiply it by 30%, and how much is my discount?
524.48.
Good. So therefore, right, if I take my total sales minus my discount, I should get a grand total of $1223.77. So how much tax am I subject to be charging?
$43.27.
Yeah, how'd you get $43?
The taxes, 520, and on the discount, and I apply the taxes.
Okay, so in this case, that's just the
125,
discounted amount.
525. Yeah, but that's the only amount that we don't have a taxes. The rest is calculated with the taxes, no?
Correct. So in this case, right? So if $524.48 is not taxable, then how much tax are you supposed to be charging for or calculating for?
The discount taxes, no?
Would it be the $100.96? We do the 8.25 off of the 1223.77.
Correct. We would do it on the discounted amount, not the discount itself. Because in this case, if Isabel, what you're saying is that $524.48 is not taxable. That's correct. So if your total
It's a
sales,
difference.
exactly, if your total sales right now is $17.48.25, but you said $524 of it is not taxable, you need to subtract that amount out from the 17 to get the 1223.77. And that's the amount that you're going to be taxing on is the 1223.77. which in this case gives me $196. That's correct. Okay. So you are on the right track. Okay. I don't know if that made sense. Does this make sense now?
Yes.
Okay. You can also do it so it's like if you were figuring it out, if you wanted to, you could have also figured out, well, how much tax is on the overall amount, right? And what is the difference between the two, right? And you would have gotten the same answer there, right? So that's $43 difference, right? So you take your 144 and you subtract your 43, you would have gotten the difference is going to be $196. That's also the same way of calculating the tax because you're figuring out, okay, well, if the original tax amount for the whole entire thing is $144.23, and I know that $524 is not taxable, so the difference between that, which is $43, and you take the difference between the two, you would get the same answer. Okay? So then the last question says here is, how much cash am I actually going to be receiving in grand total?
$1,324.73.
Good. 1,324 and 73 cents is correct. All right. I'm going to also say right here, Memorial Day sales. Okay. 30% discount. Okay. Awesome. And then here, so now that we sold our total of 175 on that day, next day here we have is May 28, where customer C wants to buy all 50 black mugs from you, okay? And because he decided to get those wrong color cups off of your hands, right, you offered him an additional discount of 10% because he's going to take all 50 black mugs off your hands. So therefore, you gave him a 10% discount. Now, he decided to pay on a Visa credit card. Okay? So how am I going to record this transaction this time?
Checking.
Checking. Good, because what do we know about credit cards? They go straight to your checking account. So here you go, 101 checking. So let's go ahead and put the date here. So it's the 28th. It's the money's going to go straight to checking. Okay. What else do you need to recognize?
Sales and sales tax.
Sales and sales tax. Good, right? Because we sold a product to customer C.
Oh, we missed the discount. We have to give him 10%.
Good. We have to give him 10% discount because he wanted to take all of the wrong inventory that we have. So we decided to give him a friendly discount. So 105, 401, and 230. Okay, so in this case, right, we're going to sell the black coffee mugs the same price as the regular coffee mugs. So in this case, if we sold a total of 50 mugs to customer C, all right, how much is your total sales?
$499.50.
$499.50, okay? Now in this case, right, we gave him a 10% discount. Okay? So what is going to be my discounted amount?
$49.95.
$49.95. So almost $50 discount. Okay? So then, how much tax should I charge customer C?
$37.09.
$37.09. Good, right? We're going to be taking the discounted amount. So then, how much money is going to be in my checking account?
$486.64.
Good. 486.64 is correct. And let's go ahead and complete saying that we sold 50 black.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You remember the May they want to return the lag that they will have a wrong color. There are not those one, the 51.
Yes, okay, but in this case, did I ever return them?
No, but the price uh, uh, that we sell it. That's my question is we don't take the price that is that we have.
No, because
Before?
that's what it cost us.
How would it cost? Oh, well, we talk about we sell. Yeah.
Yeah, right. We can sell and charge our customers more than what it cost us, right? Because ultimate goal is we want to make a profit. So in this case, that's what it cost us to purchase those
To
cups.
purchase okay. Thanks.
So we sold 50 black mugs to customer C, paid with Visa. Okay. Oh, and then also, you want to also make a note that received 10% discount. Okay. So there you go. And that is it for that transaction there. Okay. Then, last but not least, on May 30th, you paid off all 3 bills that you owe to Cuppies Co. All on one check number 201. And you also have your inventory having 700 units left on hand. So let's tackle one at a time. So you decided that you want to pay all three bills with one check. Okay? So again, we're going to pay Cuppies Co. for all three bills. Now let's take a look at our track record. Okay? May 1st, we purchased 500 brown mugs at $2.65 each on an account. Now, in this case, we were also given terms. If I'm paying on the 30th of May, or in this case, is it 30th or 31st? Yeah, we're paying on the 30th of May, okay? Did I meet my discount period? No, I missed it, okay? But then, on May 5th, we end up returning 15 broken mugs for a full refund. So in this case, our total amount that we owe does not equal up, right? Because we were charged this much and then we ended up returning a few items there. So that's the first one right there. So we'll deal with that in order, okay? Then on May 8th, we end up purchasing an additional 250 mugs on an account. However, right, we also received terms, right? Did we make the discount period if we decided to pay on May 30th? No. We ended up missing it again, right? We were supposed to make the payment on the 23rd of May, which in this case, we missed the discount period once again. And that very same day, we ended up getting an allowance for 50 of those mugs because they were the wrong color. So we also received a 15% discount here. Okay, so that's purchase number 2. Then purchase number 3 happened on May 20th, right? Where we purchased 400 mugs at $2.80 each on an account. Okay? No returns was made here, right? This was one of the batches that came out perfect. So in this case, right, we also were given terms. Now, if we're paying on May 30th, right, did we make the discount period here? What was that?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
It's the 20th.
Yes, we did, because 15 days later on May 20th, we would have had to pay on June 4th. Okay? So in this case, right, May 20th, okay, 10 days later, so therefore we made the discount period because we paid within 15 days. So therefore, we need to calculate a 5% discount off of the purchase that we made on May 20th. So that's batch number 3. Okay? So let's walk through the journal once again. Okay? And so what we're looking for is that we are making a payment here for the purchases. So therefore, we need to pay off for what we owe. Okay? So let's start with the very first batch of inventory, which we purchased on the very first, right? In this case, we owed a grand total of $14.25. However, when we made our return, we end up decreasing our amount by $39.75. Okay. And then our second batch of inventory, right? We purchased it on the 8th. We end up charging an additional $737.50. But we ended up getting an allowance, which was a refund for $20.63. Okay. And then last but not least, we made a purchase on May 20th, right? We purchased the 400 units at $2.80. So therefore, we increased our accounts payable by an additional $1,200. So that means I have a grand total of accounts payable to be a total of $3,302.12. Okay? Right? So we took the first batch, we charged this amount, then we returned some. And then for the second batch, we charged some and then we returned some. And then for the third batch, we charged some more. So the grand total that I owe on an account is $3,302.12. Okay? Now this diagram or this keeping track of your bills would be so much more easier if you had a general ledger account, which again would make it a lot more easier because then you'd be able to find your account balances. So if you want to do it that way, right? So I created a brand new sheet here. And what I'm going to have here is going to be the date, the account name, which is accounts payable. Okay. And this is where we're going to have whether it was a debit or a credit account, right? And then we must also include what our account balance is. Okay? So once again, a debit or a credit. Now, we know for a fact that accounts payable normally would have a credit balance, right? Okay. So here we started on May 1st where we purchased inventory, purchased 500 mugs, right? And that led to us giving a grand total credit of wrong one. That gave us a grand total credit of $14.25, right? So therefore, our account balance should reflect $14.25. Okay? But then on May 5th, right, 5 days later, we ended up returning 15 mugs and got a full refund. So therefore, we got $39.75 back as credit. In this case, we debited our account for $39.75. So therefore, we returned 15 mugs, full credit, full refund. Okay? Which then debited our account by $39.75. So therefore, that should reduce my accounts receivable by $39.75, which gives us a grand total running balance of $1385.25. Okay? All right? It's making sense now? All right, but then we ended up making a purchase on the 8th, right, which increased our accounts payable by $737.50. Okay, so on May 8th, we purchased 250 mugs, okay, which increased our accounts payable by $737.50. So therefore, right, if I add that to my running balance, I should now have $2,122.75, right? I added these two numbers together, right? This is my running balance, right? But then that same day, I end up getting an allowance, right, which gave me money back of $20.63. So I got to go back to my ledger account saying that that very same day, I end up getting an allowance, okay, which was a 15% discount on 50 mugs, okay, which resulted in $20.63 money back. So therefore, that should decrease my account by the $20.63, which should leave me now to $21.02.12. Okay? All right? Then the last thing that we made a purchase was on May 20th, right? Which was a purchase of 400 mugs, right? On May 20th. Okay? Which then increased my account once again by $1,200. So therefore, going back to my running balance here, I'm increasing my account by $1,200. So therefore, I should now have a running balance of $3,302.12. Okay? And this is called the general ledger account, right? Where we're keeping track of everything that happened here in just that one specific account. So here we saw how we increased our accounts payable and how we refunded and decreased the account, and then we ended up buying more stuff, which increased the account, and then end up returning more stuff. So here, my account balance now reflects to me that by the end of May 20th, right, because that last batch of inventory that we purchased, we didn't make any returns. Okay? So therefore, it's going to reflect that I have $3,302.12 balance in my account payable account. Okay? Any questions here?
No.
Okay. All right, so therefore, that is the reason why I was able to calculate the grand total of $3,302.12. Okay. Now, in this case, if you guys remember, right, we're making a payment to this particular thing. And if we're making a payment, right, and we're writing it all on one check, what else do we need to include, right? What did we receive on the last batch of inventory? Right? On the last batch of inventory we purchased on May 20th, what did we receive if we're going to pay on the 30th?
5% discount.
We received a 5% discount on the purchase of the 400 mugs, which that means we can only take the discount off of the 400 times the 280. So in this case, right, what is going to be my discounted amount? Okay. So I have a sales discount. Sales discount. Or I'm sorry, sales discount is 505. No, I was right, 405. Okay, so in this case, right, I can only take 5%.
From 1,200.
Yes.
$60?
Not 1,200. Because what does 1,200 actually include?
400. Okay, let me see 1 second.
Okay. 400 at $2.80 gives me a grand total of
Oh, it includes
1120.
the fray.
Correct. So in this case, I cannot take the 1200. I have to take 5% of the 1120
So it gives us $56.
to give us $56. Good. So in this case, right, and I'm going to make a check, I'm going to make a payment with using a check. So therefore, that comes right out from my checking account. Okay? So in grand total, how much am I going to cut the check out for? Oops, actually, this one is supposed to be... Hold on, accounts payable. Okay, I'm making a payment to accounts payable. Okay, my sales discount. Okay. So my check should be less than that. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong here. Sales discount. I should be paying less, not more. That is what I owe in grand total. Oh, it's not a sales discount. Excuse me. It's a purchase discount. Because this is towards inventory. Okay, right. This is me buying the inventory, right? So therefore, I'm not selling the product. So in this case, purchase discount, which is account number... $555, okay? Because I'm paying off the vendor for the items that I purchased. So in this case, the $56 is going to be here on this side. So therefore, how much is going to be my check?
32.46.12.
32.46.12. Okay? And I'm gonna make a little note here that Cuppies Co. That's who I'm gonna write the check out to. Okay. I'm gonna pay paid all 3 purchases. Okay. And then I'm gonna say received 5% discount on purchased, which was on 5/20. Okay. And I'm using check number 201 to pay all 3 bills. Okay. And there you go. Now, because we have a purchase discount, we also need to start updating our inventory because we didn't pay for the full amount here. So therefore, I need to update that the discount, which it did not affect my quantity, but it did affect my total amount of my inventory, right? I took a discount off of the $2.80, right? So in this case, right, we did the calculation, which was the 400 times the $2.80 times the 15%, I'm sorry, 5%, gave us a total of $56. Okay? So therefore, we need to update the total amount here because it's no longer $1,200. It is $1,200, but we end up getting a refund for $56 because we got the discount. So therefore, it should be a total of $1,144. And then, of course, we have to recalculate our new cost per item because it's discounted to be a grand total of $2.86. Okay. All right. So now that we finished our worksheet and we finished that one section there, last thing that we have here is that we have a total of 700 units on hand left. So therefore, we reach the conclusion of our inventory. So we need to do to figure out the numbers so we can do our conversion entry. So we have a total of 700 units left on hand. Okay. So ending inventory is 700 units. So now we need to do is we need to total up our total values in all of our columns. So here, how many items did I originally purchase?
$1,150.
Good. How much was my total purchase price?
$3,132.5.
Mm-hmm. How much was my total freight?
$230.
230. And last but not least, what was my total cost?
3362.5.
Good. So let's go ahead and plug our numbers in for my net purchases. So here I purchased 1150 items at a total of 3132.50. Okay. So here, this is where I need to calculate my totals here for my goods available as well as my inventory on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a nice blue color. So let's start with the goods available section since I'm here, right? I should have now 1135 for a grand total of 3246.12. Okay. In this case, how many items did I return in grand total? $15, right? Because I returned the first batch, received an allowance in the second one, and I received a discount for the last one. Okay. And therefore, how much in grand total cost was my returns, allowances, and discounts?
$116.38.
Good. 1,016.38. So therefore, I'm going to plug those numbers in because I end up returning a total of 15 items and I end up getting a total refund of 1116.38. So therefore, my subtotal here should be 1135, okay? At a grand total of 3,016.12. Okay? Freight adds nothing to quantity, but it adds to the cost. Okay, so we're going to add our $230 here because that's not refundable. Okay, so leaving me with a total of 1135 units available at a total cost of $3,246.12, which that's exactly what our goods available is because our assumption is that when we did this entire inventory, we didn't have beginning inventory. So therefore, if I copy down my net purchases here and I add 0 to both quantities, right? My net purchases is going to be the same thing as my total goods available. Okay, which I have right here in this little table here under goods available. Okay. So let's answer the question. If I started with 1135 and I have 700 remaining, what is my total cost of goods sold? How many items did I sell? 435. Okay, so now we need to calculate our cost of goods sold. So I'm going to create my little table here for my cost of goods sold. Okay, now in this case, what inventory method am I using to calculate the cost?
LIFO.
We are using LIFO. Okay, so I'm just making my running balances right here. So okay. So let's double check and confirm that. Your inventory is periodic and it is LIFO. Okay? So as we can see in our table, our ending goal is that we are trying to sell 435 units. Okay? And here, as we see here, we have a total of 1135 units. So in this case, right, if we're using the LIFO method, which batch of inventory are we going to sell out first?
The 400.
We're going to take the entire 400, which we know to be $2.86, which we already know. If we're going to take the whole batch of inventory, you don't need to calculate it. It's going to cost me a total of $11.44. Okay. Now, how many more items do we need to sell?
35.
We need to sell 35. At this point, which batch of inventory are we going to be taking out from?
From the 250.
From the 250, which cost me $2.8678 per cup. In this case, because I'm only going to sell 35 of it, I have to calculate my cost per item to get my total cost here. So how much is it going to cost me if I sold 35 cups at $2.86748? What's my total cost here?
$100.36.
$100.36. Okay. So therefore, I sold a total of 435 units at a total cost of $12.4436. Okay. So therefore, what should be my ending balance in my ending inventory?
$2,001.76.
$2,001.76. Good. Okay. So last but not least, we now need to do our conversion entry because we reached the end of the accounting period and we did our physical count. We know that we have 700 units left on inventory. We completed our inventory worksheet. So therefore, all we have to do left is the conversion entry. So what am I going to journalize here?
Inventory that we have.
Okay.
The beginning, the ending, and the beginning.
Okay, so in this case, do I have an account called inventory?
No, we have the sub account max. No.
Yes, we have this sub account called mugs, all right, which is account number 150. So in this case, that is exactly what we're going to recognize. We're going to recognize our inventory as mugs. Okay. What else are we going to recognize?
Cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold, account number 501. Okay. What else are we going to recognize? else are we going to recognize in our conversion entry?
Purchase expense
Purchase expense, and what else?
ended inventory.
We already
The
recognized, and
beginning, the beginning inventory.
do we have beginning inventory?
Nope.
Okay, so no, we're not going to recognize beginning inventory. We are going to recognize purchase expense. What usually comes with purchase expense?
Oh, the freight.
Yes, freight expense. Okay.
Casi me office.
What is my
אני לא יכולה עכשיו. שי, החבר של יונתן.
purchase expense? Freight expense was 511. Oh, purchase expense was 551. Okay.
Do we also have to account for the purchase returns and allowances?
That is correct. Purchase returns and allowances. Which is account number 556.
And our sales tax?
Not sales tax, because we already paid everything off. So in this case, no sales tax. Okay. We can go ahead and plug in the numbers first, and then we can figure the account later, okay? So let's go ahead. What was the total amount of my ending inventory?
708,
Total cost.
2001.76.
Good. What was the total amount of my cost of goods sold?
Uh, 1,244.36.
Good. What was the total cost of my purchase returns and allowances?
$3,132.
3,132. No. What was the total amount of my purchase returns and allowances?
Uh, 116.38.
Okay. Now, what was that $56 we calculated? Was that a return or an allowance?
No, wasn't that a discount?
That was a discount, correct. So in this case, right, I have $60.38 worth of returns and allowances. 60, hold on. $60.38. And then my $56 is going to go to my purchase discounts. Okay. what was the total cost of my original purchases?
3,132.50.
Good. And what was my total freight?
230.
Good. Okay, and then purchase discount is account 555. Okay, so let's go ahead and tally up all those totals and see what we get there. So I get $3,362.50 on the left, $3,362.50 on the right. Okay, so in this case, in our window, right, how we journalized it, we didn't journalize our discount as the same thing as returns and allowances. So therefore, hence, because I separated my discount from my returns and allowances, right, that's exactly why I have to keep it separate here as well. Okay. And last but not least, to put your description to convert into inventory. All right. And that is it for chapter 5 and 6 review. Okay. Any questions in regards to everything that we learned here in this exercise?
No.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. Okay.